So how would you go about losing a lot of weight if you were overweight? Well, first and foremost, I think this is an accumulation of several years, and it will take you maybe not quite the same time it took you to become overweight, but definitely a hell lot of time. So you gotta be mentally strong and prepare gradually for that, because you'll have to basically change your whole lifestyle eventually, but you gotta approach this very slowly. And obviously the first thing to do is to start with nutrition. And I know that for an overweight guy, because I don't believe in those bullshit, generally speaking, that I got fat because it's genetically, because the hormones, this and that. Well, that may be true for some people, but those hormones can be re-educated. I know that you can be captive of your hormones. It's a reality. But at the same time, I also watched many doctors, actually a Romanian female doctor that talked about this. She's very good. She's an expert in these situations. And she said that the brain needs a lot of time to understand, comprehend, and let go that there is going to be a change. And she said, if you want to lose fat, a lot of fat, then maybe you will require like a whole year for your organism to be like, okay, something changed here, I gotta adapt to this guy won't let it go, so as much as I want to be fat again, it won't happen. So let it just be like this. I think it's true. Other doctors speak about 3 to 6 months. In my experience, or at least the training experience and the theory that I also studied, it's somewhere to 6 months. If you are really doing the effort there, gradual effort, then you're going to see improvements. And what I would do, actually, definitely learn nutrition. So buy books if you have, like, I don't know, I have here a lot of books. Look, physiology books, anatomy, whatever. Just try to learn nutrition the right way from the right people. Just go to a library and start slowly, because there is a lot of information, and I definitely would not go very extreme, not vegan, not vegetarian, not stuff like that, but I would include intermittent fasting. So I would fast and eat, but I will eat not crappy and comfort food like I show in this footage here. Instead, I would eat like I do right now. For me, putting on muscles or losing weight is not a difference. I would still eat the same, just different quantities. So if you eat like I show you right now, pictures like this, dishes like I show, I don't think you'll have any problems in losing weight and still have a good level of saturation, like to feel you are eating something. So I would definitely start with the kitchen. It will take time because you have to replace foods that you love. Your brain is very attached to that, especially with sugars. And I believe this is your first enemy. Not that sugar, like in module, is bad for health or you can get fat with sugar, not at all. But if you exaggerate with it, day after day, obviously you're going to put on some fat, because the energy that you don't burn out, if you're still getting in energy, that extra energy from sugar, from fat, from protein, all these macros will eventually turn into stored fat. So it's not rocket science. It's all pretty simplistic to understand. So you gotta do this instead. But there is no health without training. So you gotta start to train as frequently as possible. Moderate pace, or if you're pretty much adapted to training, then do high intensity training. Very short though, because that is very stressful kind of training. Even with aerobic or cardio training, you gotta be patient. Keep it relatively long, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, okay, but not very long, because you'll trigger the oxidative stress. Therefore, I think you were sedentary, and that is a very big problem when you keep getting in food. So begin slowly, but besides the workout, the dedicated workout, just go and be more physically active. Buy a bicycle, go ride it every day if you can, then go and walk every day, hike. Don't just sit in the couch, because that will eventually re-educate the brain and how the hormones interact among themselves. The brain wants you fat because you are like this in the past years, even if that damages your health and your overall functionality in life. But with time, if you re-educate the right way, then it will let go, and that's exactly the moment when everything will change and you will be more relaxed. Now, from what I recommended here, yes, it takes a lot of time to prepare and cook at home, but that's exactly what you have to do, because restaurants, you cannot rely on them. You don't know how much oil they put in, then the quality of the oil, because you don't see it, how much salt. There are people who cannot eat too much salt. You have to test it, obviously, maybe in a lab or something, because you might retain water. So everything needs to be very well balanced. So start with ingredients that don't usually show up aesthetically in your dish. That's why I prefer with my girlfriend to eat at home, because I can have control over everything. I can buy high quality products, have very good cooking methods, because even if you have good products, trust me that with a bad cooking method, you can spoil everything. Cook more so you can pack it over to work, over to wherever you have to do. You don't have to cook every day. And I believe it will work if you'll have the patience. Just don't believe that crap that you will lose pounds in a week, because that won't happen until the brain, like I told you, will say, okay, I want to be fit now. As long as the brain wants you fat and keep triggering you there in that spot, so here you have to be strong, not weak. So that's why I said mentally strong. If you do this, then you will succeed, but don't expect to lose many pounds in a week. 1 pound a week, it's okay, it's doable, and you will not be hungry, except when you fast. So try to fast, exercise, eat just a bit less, but the right types of food with the right cooking methods, preparing methods, and you'll get there. My approach, I hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Catch you in the next video. If you want training programs or nutrition programs or whatever, check out my website. Ciao.